Happy Monday. Breaking news, Lamar Jackson has officially broken up with the Baltimore Ravens, and we're going to talk about it on today's show. What's good? I hope you had a great weekend. I'm Abby Alonzo. Welcome into Titans Today. Before we get started on the juice around Lamar Jackson, go down, do me a favor, hit that sub button. We are in competition with Texans Today. It's a new channel, but they're picking up subs fast, and I will not be beaten by Texans Today. They've currently got us. It's the beginning of the week. We've got time, but not enough time. Go hit the sub button, and let's put up those numbers. Show them who's boss. Beat them on the YouTube game the same way we're going to beat them this season. Lamar Jackson tweeted this earlier this morning, a letter to my fans, and this is a breakup letter, y'all. I want to first thank you all for all the love and support you consistently show towards me. All of you are amazing, and I appreciate y'all so much. I want you all to know not to believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions in regards to my future plans. As of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens have not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that's met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team win the Super Bowl. You all are great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore, Flock Nation, and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. You'll see him again. Where are you going to see him, though? Here are the odds that just came out after he released this tweet earlier this morning. Frontrunner looks to be the Indianapolis Colts, which is quite interesting. I figure they're going to go after a quarterback in the draft, but who knows at this point? You've got an MVP-level quarterback saying he's not going back to his team. He's going to end up somewhere else. Patriots are frontrunners, which Mac Jones, there's a lot of questions here. A lot of teams have big decisions to make. And look, Lamar Jackson is a risk. He is. He's had the injury problems. He wants a lot of money, but I think it's a high-risk, high-reward situation. The Falcons came out and said the day that this trade, or that he was non-exclusively franchise tagged, that they didn't want him. Yet they're still in the conversation. I really don't think you can rule anyone out. This league is crazy. People change their minds all the time. Lions, are they going to run it back with Jared Goff? The Bucs have a question. You know, they signed Baker Mayfield, but again, Lamar Jackson. Jets, Panthers, Commanders, then you've got the Titans with that plus 1,000. These numbers are interesting to me, just because I would have thought the Titans would be higher up. You've got Ryan Tannehill, one more year left on his contract, MVP caliber quarterback on the table right in front of you for the grabbing, and you're that low on the list? I don't know. Where will Lamar Jackson play in 2023? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no earthly idea at this point. I really don't. I thought he would end up back with the Baltimore Ravens because no one else would want to pay the price. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So head down to the comment section. Let me know. Give me your best guess where you think Lamar Jackson will play in 2023. Heading on to our next segment. Look, segue right into it. PFN, Pro Football Network, thinks Lamar could end up in Tennessee. Why? Well, their mock draft says that they trade the number 11 pick in this year's draft, as well as a 2024 first rounder to the Ravens for Lamar. Whew, heavy price. Do you pay it for a quarterback such as he? Then they say the Titans trade away Derrick Henry. I know you don't want to hear it, and this hurts a little bit, but it is just a mock draft. It hasn't happened yet, or will it? You trade away Derrick Henry to the Bears, who just got David Montgomery. So interesting analysis on there for a second rounder and a 2024 seventh rounder. Those are the two trades that PFN is saying the Titans could make to set themselves up to grab Lamar and still have some draft capital. What would they do with the draft capital that they have left over? Well, they'd first draft Joe Tippmann, who seems to be the guy that may be grabbed at 41 anyway. He's a center, would kind of help out the O-line. That's not a very surprising move there. They already have 41. This is kind of something that could still happen without these trades. The next move they would make with that number 53 pick that they would acquire from the Bears if they were to trade Derrick Henry is Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama. Big name. good prospect, lots of juice around him. And if you're trading away the king, you've got to refill that position. It looks like they'd be going after Gibbs if this mock draft came to reality. And then finally, with number 72, they kind of put off that receiver need till way later, which I know how y'all feel about it. You know how I feel about it. We're not even going to address it anymore. Just they need to fix it. That's what they're going to do with this number 72 pick overall with Andre Iosivas. Look, kid out of Princeton. I don't know much about him. I think you need to address the wide receiver issue way before pick 72, regardless of what trades you're doing. And again, this is just a mock draft from Pro Football Network, and this is if they were to land Lamar Jackson as well as trading away Derrick Henry. So a lot of big question marks here, but it's a possibility. And let me tell you, if this happens, hold on to your seats. I know that would be an emotional roller coaster for Titans fans, because while you're getting rid of picks, you are bringing in a quarterback who is 2019 MVP, still looks to have a lot of gas left in the tank, could be the future of this franchise. Again, Ryan Tannehill is on his way out. So you've got some good things coming out of Lamar Jackson, but you are also saying goodbye to the king. And I know how much Derrick Henry means to this organization, to this team, to this fan base. So you got some good, you got some bad. It's going to be a wild ride if this actually does come to reality, but it hasn't yet. You still got time before the draft. Ran Carthon is at work. Trust him. I think they're doing more than they seem to be letting on, including this. Ran Carthon had a couple meetings this past week, and he was asked straight up, dude, what's the deal with the roster? What are you doing? Who are you cutting? Who are you getting rid of? He addressed the Derrick Henry trade rumors and pretty much said he and Ryan Tannehill, nothing's changed. Their status is the same. He essentially shut down the rumors about Ryan Tannehill being cut, traded, Derrick Henry being traded. So before you get into that emotional roller coaster and high and of being sad that Derrick Henry is leaving, Ran Carthon said it's not happening. So do you believe him? Let me know. He's a GM. He's got to do what's best for the team. Maybe what's best for the team is telling the fan base that Derrick Henry isn't going anywhere, and neither is Ryan Tannehill. Or maybe he's being serious and saying, look, guys, I know what happened with A.J. Brown. I'm not about to do it again with Derrick Henry. He's staying. You have nothing to worry about. Head down to the comment section. Let me know. Give me your insight. Do you believe him? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Another big name fans are a little bit curious to see what happens to, and kind of a little bit scared of losing, Kevin Byard, because the rumors have been swirling. You know, you hear, well, they're trying to figure out numbers, money, and they're asking Kevin Byard to take a pay cut. He doesn't want to take a pay cut, rightfully so. He's a leader on this team. He does a lot for the defense. You don't really want to take a pay cut if you're producing, but they have asked him to, and he said no. Here's the deal, though, and Ran Carthon, again, knocking out all these rumors, giving you the truth right up front. Says this, I will say this, KB nor his representatives ever asked us for a release. So that was blatantly false. That's what I'll say about that. I have a ton of respect for KB, and we'd love for him to continue his career as a Titan. That tells me two things. One, he actually did not ask for a release. We knew that. He does not want to leave the Titans. However, it is a business. Remember, at the end of the day, this is all a business, and he's got to do what's best for his career. If they're not going to pay him, then it might come down to that. But as of now, he has not requested a trade or a release. Now, the end of that quote tells me that they still haven't reached an agreement. Yeah, we want him to be a Titan, but the connotation there is that, they haven't found common ground. They haven't come to an agreement on a number here. So there's still conversations taking place. All we know now is that he has not yet, or if he will, asked for a trade. And before we round out the show with one more big rumor I know you guys are going to want to hear about, make sure you go to Fanatics. They just dropped the draft hats for the 2023 NFL Draft, and y'all, these are kind of fire. I actually really like this baseball cap. Head to chatsports.com/Titans draft hats. I know I've talked to y'all about baseball caps before. They're good for bad hair days. They You're kind of like makeup for guys, if I'm being honest. A guy in a baseball cap is chef's kiss. Head to chatsports.com/Titans draft hats. Get you some new gear. And we will round out the show with Jeffery Simmons rumors. I know I haven't talked about him in a little minute. People have been asking, yo, dude, what's the deal with Jeffery Simmons? We don't want to see him go. Last we heard, they were in discussions about extending Jeffery Simmons. They haven't done it yet, and they haven't, again, settled on a number. This is another guy that deserves to be paid. Let's figure it out here. Are they willing to let him go, to not extend him if they can't find a number? Ran Carthon saw Jeffery Simmons just recently, and he said, I asked him for a hug. He gave me a hug, so I think we're good. Sir, look, I'm sure you give great hugs. I really am. I'm sure they're wonderful. Jeffery Simmons wants to be paid in cash, not hugs. So yes, I am so glad that y'all are good. Pay the man. Figure it out. This is somebody you got to extend. This is a core piece of your defense. You can't afford to see him go. Look, the price is heavy either way. You're either paying a lot of money to keep him around, or you're paying a lot of money trying to find somebody that can replace him because they're few and far between. Pay the man, not in hugs, in cash. That being said, that is your rumor roundup for Tennessee today. We will have more coming at you this week. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Abigail Alonzo and on Twitter at Abigail_Alonzo. Hit me up in the DMs. Love catching up with y'all, talking to y'all about all things Tennessee Titans. As always, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see y'all soon.